Yo, welcome to the Flex Zone. It's your man. It's your boy. It's your host. Your friendly reminder, Jay Henderson. I'm here with my big brother, my guy, lifelong friend, Dr. Orlandis Wells.
What's up, my brother?
How you doing, man?
Man, if I was in the bed, I couldn't stand myself, man. Every day above ground was a good day, right?
every day above ground is a good day. That's about as good as you could have put that.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely,
man. When it comes to the way things are going right now, man, every day above ground is a good day.
You got it. It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing to be alive. I tell you.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you accepting that offer, and because I do go by Toya and myself. We talked a little while back, and we was talking about influential people. You know, I get a lot of messages, a lot of offers, and I don't have a problem with bringing people on, but I also want to bring people that could be of some type of assistance to the audience, to the listeners, to the viewers. You know, give them something. We could do bonus footage, but as for now, you know, we just wanted to get some information out that could be vital, you know, at this day and time, that could really, really change people's lives, you know.
100.
And it's a privilege, man, to actually have a brother from, you know, we was on the fairground together.
Right in each other's backyard, man. Right in the backyard.
Right in each other's backyard, man. And I look at it, man. I a lot of times, you know, we have people that they like to. Sometimes people kind of bring themselves down to that excuse to where they blame it on where they're from, but it's proof because we're from a small town, and I don't think we're from a bad place. I think sometimes you have those places that lack resources.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, but I think it's at the end of the day, it's all about what you want to do with your life.
That's it, man. And I love growing up in Tallulah, man. I tell everybody, I'm not a big city boy, and that small town gave me everything I need to be successful. Maybe because it was such a close knit community with everybody's parent could discipline you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was an excuse, man. It helped. Those people in that town helped mold me into the man I am today. And I wouldn't trade that experience of growing up in that small town for nothing in the world. Nothing at all.
Absolutely nothing, bro. And I can remember exactly. A lot of people when they see this, a lot of people wanted to know where I was from. So even now being in Georgia, a lot of people want to know. So when I say Tallulah, you know, they think Louisiana is just New Orleans.
Absolutely. You know? Yep. Absolutely. Yep. They sure do. They think it's one town. They think it's one city in Louisiana.
Yeah. So when I say Tallulah,
they know LSU is Baton Rouge. They think Baton Rouge. They think it's just the two cities. Absolutely.
Yeah, and you say Tallulah, and everybody just be lost, and I take pride in that. I don't try to dumb it down. I explain to them, you know, it's a small town. Everybody love everybody. You have problems. I think everywhere have problems.
Everywhere, absolutely.
Just like you said, you know, I mean, you could get disciplined by anybody in the neighborhood because it takes that village.
It takes a village.
It takes that village, and I think that's what we got coming up, man. And sometimes you have areas where you have those high crime areas. I don't think Tallulah was ever a high crime area. You may have had some crime, but I don't think it was ever a high crime area.
Not like today, man. Not with all this murder stuff. You hear somebody get murdered in Tallulah, man. It's like once you're like, what? That's like a major news story. So we didn't have a lot, maybe some petty thefts, but we didn't have major issues like murder and stuff like. It was nothing like that, man.
No, and we took pride in that. And I know sometimes people can confuse our culture. They can confuse our background, because you have some people that paint the image. I think when I was talking to Chastity a few weeks ago, and I was telling her about the music. I don't knock music at all. I don't knock artists or none of that. But sometimes the message can be really, really confusing to our children and paint an image of that can kind of misrepresent our culture and misrepresent our background.
Exactly, you know? 100%. And it's obvious, especially when I feel sorry for. I have two young daughters, and I see the Sierra's prayer, and I was like, what she had on the other night, and then she's a Christian woman. I'm like, man, you don't represent it. I'm like, stop calling these people the Cardi B's and these women got whole husbands and children, but telling you, you know, you can be a single lady, you independent. No, you're not.
Yeah.
They living a lie. You know what I'm saying? They all happily married. They got you single, trying to go get your bag and leave you hanging out here. You know,
Yeah.
crazy.
Exactly, man. And it's the misrepresentation of who we
Absolutely.
are as a people. I think
Yes.
even when it comes to um, your profession, you know, we have. I was in the ER one night, and I
Hmm.
heard a guy he was just talking general conversation, and he was saying that he hoped he could see a black doctor.
Wow.
When it comes to that, you know, I think us as
Yeah.
a people, um, maybe it is some things that we've experienced that would cause him to have that type of preference, or something in the past that maybe made him say that. But at
Oh
the end
yeah.
of the day, what I want to see is somebody who know what they're doing, somebody who honors what they graduated in, somebody who stands for what that badge represents on your coat, you know.
You got it. And there's a lot of unfortunately, I understand where the brother's coming from, and unfortunately, there's a lot of medical systemic racism. There's a lot of racism in medicine,
Yeah.
where we're all, the black woman, the black birth rate for a black lady in labor is crazy high for the complications. It shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
They say it's access to care. Yeah, maybe in some instances, but not necessarily. It is about the person on the other end is providing the care. Whenever, I mean, being a black I'm a black OBGYN, but I specialize in hormone replacement therapy now. But man, you just see when I walk in the room, people just light up because
Yeah.
if you get a black doctor, you best believe you got a dang good. I don't care if the patient's black or white. If
Yeah.
you get you a black doctor, we had to go through it. We have to be 2 times, sometimes 10 times as good to be considered average. So if you get you a black doctor, not only I ain't saying but not only we compassionate,
Yeah.
but we have to be good because we are judged at a higher standard.
Yeah.
It's not. I ain't saying it's right or whatever, but it does push us to be a little bit better. So if you get you a black doctor, I understand because they feel if you look like me, you may care about me. I'm
Yes.
not saying
Yes.
that's
Yes.
100% true, but
Yeah.
most people feel like if I got a black doctor, at least I think they'll look after me a little bit better and they'll
Yeah.
care about me more than the other person. And you shouldn't have to feel like that, but unfortunately, it's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen.
That was a question that I really wanted to
Uh huh.
um, deal with, because I think I've been in situations before where it seems like you're not as interested. You know, when it comes to dealing with the public,
Oh
period.
yeah.
When it comes to dealing with the public, period. I think you have to understand your job, you have to know your job, and you have to take
Absolutely.
pride in your job. You
Yep.
know, and I was watching your reviews, and the one lady that started crying, you know, and people go through so much
Oh yeah.
trying to have a baby, trying to balance themselves, their everyday life, and to find that person to care enough to search out a solution for
Yeah.
a problem that has been dealt with a million times and then give you solution. You know, I can imagine.
Oh. Oh yeah. Oh man. It. I mean, I love what I do. It's so rewarding. I mean, I have people, and well, I ain't got my shirt towel. I was low key trying to go home and change, right? So,
Yes.
but I love the fact that when people come in saying, that you help them,
Yeah.
it's not an ego thing for me. I've always growing up a single parent, you know what I'm saying? Like say raising that village, I've always wanted to care for our people. I'll take care of anybody, but I have a special love for the black female, for the black person, because we
Yeah.
don't get that same treatment. Like you said, they look uninterested because they
Yeah.
are uninterested. They're not interested. We get treated bad when it comes to pain management. No, they feel like they think we can take pain better than anybody else. So, but that's not true. So the inequity in our care
Right.
is astounding, and I see it every day. I get people crying all the time. Thank you for just listening. They just sometimes they want you to just
Yeah.
listen to it,
Yeah.
right? Just listen. I always tell my doctor friends, if you listen long enough, the patient will tell you what's going on. If you listen a little bit longer, they'll tell you how to fix them. You just got to
Wow.
listen to them. That's all they just want you to listen, and they'll definitely tell you what's going on. So I've been blessed to grow up. Like I say, I think maybe it's my small town upbringing, because
Yeah.
it's such a close knit community. Everybody literally care for each other, right? And I
Yeah.
think that it carried me over to the point where I am today. It really carried me over.
Yeah, and I think I wanted to. I think I may have bypassed some questions, but I
Sure.
don't want nobody to. any of your patients or anybody to misappropriate what we're saying when it comes to the color background, the race, the ethnicity. I think it's just a clear understanding of us as a people. You know, in this podcast, it's a multicultural podcast. I have so many different people from so many walks of life that listen to it. So the information that we're giving you is stuff that we have to deal with on a level that nobody else have to deal with.
Absolutely.
You know,
and I feel that I treat everybody. I don't care if you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Indian, Pacific, whatever you are. I'm gonna treat you with the level of respect and care that I would treat my own family, my mom, or rest her soul, but anybody, because I'm not gonna discriminate against anybody. That's why I say it doesn't matter if you're a white patient, black patient, Asian patient. If you get you a black doctor, and I ain't saying that's some other good doctors, you're gonna get somebody who really legitimately cares about you and that wants to see the best for you. So I don't I love it that you're multicultural. I saw your demographics. I think that's awesome. I love people. I just want to help people in general. But we do as blacks or African Americans, we do have some unique challenges that of course that other cultures don't have to contend with.
Right. Exactly. And even another, I don't want to make this a thing, but I think we have to deal with the problem at hand. Even when it comes to the police and all of that kind of stuff, we have to take different approaches. And I have white people that I love. I have Chinese people. One friend that come to see me all the time. You know, the thing is to understand from our perspective. And again, we mentioned the word tabula rasa. It's a young mind that's not yet been affected by experience. It means that if you hadn't experienced it, you could, from some level of degree, try to understand how I feel. But if you hadn't experienced what I've experienced, you could never truly understand the pain that I feel from what I've experienced in life. So when it comes to the medical field, even with insurance, we have people that I think about when my dad was going through some situations before we lost him. Yeah, and it's coming from certain areas that's considered poverty areas.
Yeah,
it's considered that for a reason. The income in a house, how many people in a house versus the income in the house.
Absolutely.
And he was the only one working, and even y'all back there behind us. You know what I'm saying? We came from those areas, and we made the best of the little that we had.
Absolutely.
It's not that we just was born into. It's just like you got to make up in your mind. I'm not gonna lose. I'm not gonna be a product of what people think I should be. I remember you was good in football, so I can imagine people probably thought you would have did something, but to be a doctor, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like, to me, like that is so I called Toy the other day and I was like, man, this is going to be amazing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Again, the community support, like say, I guess, I'm older than you, but everybody see this gray hair, but I had the support, not just from my family, but my friends. There's a lot of peer pressure. There's a lot of peer pressure, but I have friends like with Ronald Guthrie and Donald Johnson, Dilla Sims. These guys, when we went to Grambling State University, but even though we would stay weekends for parties, I gotta go study. They would take me back home because I have a car to take me back to the dorm. They never made me feel bad. They never taught me. I say, "Oh, well, man, you square, man. We having a party." They were like, "Okay, just give it." They said, "We know you're gonna make it. We understand what you're trying to do." So I never got slack. I never got teased. I never got made fun of because I said, "Man, I need to study. I need to get out. I need to leave this party a little early." They never made me feel bad. You know what I'm saying? So I share my accomplishments with those guys because they were a part of this journey with me, along with the support from Tallulah, being one of the few doctors that come out of that town. Now we got some now, but back then we didn't have a lot. When I was trying to go through, there's Dr. Tawana Chisley, she's there, Dr. Jackie Grayson. So there's people now, but back then there was nobody really trying to do it from our area. And so just say to go through, I know Dr. Perry's been there, but I don't know if he's from Tallulah, but I'm not sure. But we didn't really see that doctor that looked like us. And
we didn't.
So I had that support to push me on through. So I won't take all the credit because I had a village. I had a community that was supporting me throughout my journey. So I can't take all the credit for it. I would like to, but I can't. Right.
Yeah.
So I acknowledge I had help along the way.
What type of and I asked this question, but I can imagine uh, we can see you as a
Mm-hmm.
doctor,
Yeah.
but what does it actually take when it comes to the discipline? You talked about it a little bit about that
Yeah.
with coming not being able to party, but if you can elaborate just a little more, because I think so many people dream big.
Yeah.
And it's one thing to dream big, and you can use all these colloquial quotes and
Yeah.
chasing the bag and chasing dreams and all. But I don't think we have to chase them when it comes to what we desire in life.
Yeah.
What actually like brought you to that point?
I I always knew I wanted to be a doctor since I was 6 years old. For some reason, I always knew the type of doctor I wanted to be.
Yeah,
So that just keeping that desire, that drive in front of me, no matter regardless of what happened. Like you mentioned, discipline, but it's also commitment. You have to
yeah,
be committed to come hell to high water because it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. It was a lot. It was a lot of sleepless nights going from college to medical school.
yeah.
Being up all night studying. Then when I did my residency training, doing OBGYN, I would go 2 to 3 days straight working without sleep. So it's a
Wow.
commitment, but it all starts with the vision in the beginning. What do I want? And you got to be like a pit bull, man. You got to lock on
Yeah,
it and you can't
tenacious.
let go regardless. Come hell or high water, there's gonna be distractions.
Yeah,
There's gonna be people that's for you. There's gonna be people that's against you. But at the end of the day, what do you want? It has to be a goal. You have to set it in your mind
yeah,
and be disciplined, be committed, and like say, you have to want it better than I want to take my next breath. That's the way
yeah,
I look at it. You have to want it that bad. I would die for it. It wouldn't do me no good if I was dead. But you have to want it as bad as I want to take my next breath. Right.
yeah,
So but the commitment, the discipline, and support. I had to have support. I need to bounce this stuff off of people. So I had a supporting mother who was
yeah,
supporting. I had, like I said, a community of friends. So between commitment, discipline, support,
yeah,
but you got to have that drive and determination. Like no matter what, I cannot give up. Our failure is not an option. It's an
yeah.
option, but it's not my option. It's not my
Right.
only option. So on the opposite of failure is success. So I
Yeah,
chose to focus on the success and not the failures.
yeah. So being a hormone doctor,
Yeah.
I think the biggest of my listeners are female. I
Hmm.
have a big following. When it
Yeah.
comes to the things that they deal with, when it comes to Tasha wanted me to ask a question, and
Okay.
she wanted me to ask, is there a specific age that women and men should focus on hormone tests?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Really, ideally, you should get a baseline screening in your 20s, ideally.
Wow, wow,
But for the most part, because men, we start losing our testosterone levels, which is our master hormone,
yeah,
around age 25, it starts going down.
yeah,
Women, you start around 30, sometime a little earlier that when from either regardless of childbirth. So at minimum, I would screen around 35. At minimum, I would
yeah,
minimum. But in the 20s is better. Because by the time they get to me around that 40, I say my sweet spot is 45 to 65. That's when
yeah,
I really start seeing people because women recognize they're having those changes. But trust me, the earlier the better you can get screened there because because when things go south, I don't know if it's low right now. Was it always low? So I have
yeah,
nothing to go off of. So I would do a baseline around, if you could, as early as 20s. But at minimum 35. But most people I get to come to me around the 40 to 65 age range. So that's
yeah.
what I would start at minimum 35. That's why I would start screening.
What do you have any? Um, I would have to say concerns when it comes to health issues in in America. I would say in the world, but we're in America, so I use America when it comes to, because I think we deal with obesity a lot, and I don't know how big of a role that plays in everything declining, or or us just staying healthy. You know.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, what over half this country is obese. I
Yeah.
mean, over half. 60 to 70% of the country is pre-diabetic, and the problem is our nutrition. We're with sugar. There's so much processed food, so much sugars. Even when women come to me for hormone replacement therapy, I say it's not just your hormones. We need to look at things like your lifestyle. I need to see, hey, are you supporting your body with vitamin D, iron, these natural support? Then are there any chronic infections going on in your body? Then is your gut healthy? And then we need to focus on the hormones and your liver. So it's more than just obesity is a problem, but the problem is the sugar and the high insulin levels. Nobody ever, if I can leave a word to any of your guests out there,
Yeah.
get your fasting insulin levels checked, not your glucose. Everybody, they're not the same. Everybody, my sugar's good. No, insulin is a fat causing hormone. We are an obese country because we eat too much sugar and our insulin levels stay spiked. And insulin stores fat. It doesn't allow you to burn it. It allows you to take it in. It'll put it in your stomach. It'll put it in your liver, your pancreas, your muscles. It goes everywhere. It'll store sugar everywhere. In fat, and it was that visceral fat around your organs that'll kill you. Not what you see underneath the skin. It's the other one. So you can have a skinny fat person, but the fat on the inside, not on the outside. So that's what's getting us. Fasting insulin. If you can have one hormone check that fasting insulin. That could reverse some of this obesity that we have. But we have a lot of obesity related cancers, from breast to colon to uterine cancer. So many obesity related cancers.
My dad, my mom, she had breast cancer, and she shook from that. God's good, but I don't know when it comes to us as Black men. I think he struggled with eating habits, bad eating habits. What's your advice for that?
Swallow your pride. Black men, swallow your pride. We are too proud to go to the doctor to get checked. We have the leading cause of prostate cancer and dying from prostate cancer than anyone. And the reason is being, I'm a man. I don't want a man sticking his finger up in my butt. I'm not no.
I've heard that.
That's how you got to test. Get over that. Get over that pride. Get over that pride. So not only can we eat more, shop around the outside of the grocery store. Everything in the middle is all processed.
Right.
Eat your veggies. Cook at home. Eat your whole foods. Get off the processed foods, the processed sugars, the grains, the breads. And if you can do that, go get your blood checked, men. Go get your prostate checked.
Yeah.
It's only uncomfortable for a few seconds. If that saves you from a lifetime of pain and cancer, right? So if Black men, drop your pride, go to the doctor. We only going to go when the fellow downstairs is not working. Now we're scared, right? So we can't get a direction. We can't take care of all women or men, whatever you're into, right? Your significant other. But that's when we want to go to the doctor. But that could be a heart problem. Don't think that's not a heart. That could be a heart problem if you can't get the little fellow to work, right?
Yeah.
So we wait till the last minute because, number one, we're too proud, we're stubborn, and then we burden our families with taking care of us when it's too late. You know what I'm saying? So whether it's eating habits or moving, gotta move. Just get up and walk. And you don't have to go to the gym. Just walk around the block. Walk up and down the driveway to the mailbox or something. Just move and make better choices with your diet.
That is amazing. That is amazing. The way you worded it, the way you put it is so perfect, because we deal with that, and it's even with taking the blood pressure medicine. I think the first thing that we worry about is what's going to stop working. Is this going to stop working? You know what I'm saying? When I'd rather be here and deal with whatever issues I have than to somebody be dropping me in a hole in the earth.
Absolutely. Especially blood pressure. I mean, take the medicine if you need it. I'm a proponent of trying to, I don't want you to need the medication because we weren't born with a blood pressure medicine gene deficiency, right?
That's right.
Find out, is it my nutrition? Maybe I need to eat more fruit and vegetables. So find out, why is my blood pressure is a symptom. It's not a disease. And the problem is we get on these medications and we want to stay on them for the rest of our lives. And I'd rather be alive and live with a side effect if I had to, but I really rather try to find out, why do I have the blood pressure in the first place? That's what I do in my practice. I call myself a medical detective. I want to find out why. And I do it from Jay. I do it from basic blood work. Now I order fancy stuff too, because the clientele I have can they're financially stable enough to do that. But if you just get a simple, tell your doctor, get you a CBC, which is a blood count with a differential, get you a cholesterol profile, get you a metabolic panel and a thyroid profile. From that test, you can really solve a lot of issues. And I'm going to start a course where I teach my patients how to read their own blood work. Not because it says high or low. That's the problem. Most people come to the doctor. Well, they come to me. Well, the doctor said everything is normal. I say, well, the labs look normal, but are they optimal? Optimal does not mean normal. So I'm going to teach them how to read their own blood work so we can find those chronic infections. We can find that blood sugar issue before it gets to be diabetes. And I think we do that. And I want to empower people to be able to be able to take care of their own health. Don't depend on me. Don't depend on the government. Don't depend on your employer. You have to take responsibility. So if I empower them, they can be able to take care of those health issues that they're suffering from.
That's huge. That is huge. What do you say to? I saw that you said that you had a patient some time ago, and if you could ever talk to her again, what do you say to that woman that's been trying to get pregnant, that's been trying to get some type of? What do you say to them?
I say to them, number one, don't give up. Number one. Number two, find somebody that's going to listen to you. Yeah. And then not only will they listen to you, they have to be skilled enough to find out, to go beyond the common things that you see, beyond the black and white on the lab paper. Go beyond here. And that story always it gets to my liver. It just gnaws at me. Yeah. Because I didn't know what I know today to help her. That's why I'm glad you mentioned it. I keep bringing that story because one day I think I'm gonna find her and I'm gonna be able to help her. One day I'm gonna be able to help her. But because now I know better, because the labs are normal, it's like, why do I still have symptoms if my labs are normal? Because they're not normal. They're normal, they're just not optimal. And when you look at blood work, they take it from a bunch of people in your area. Now, people are sick. I just told you, half the country is overweight. Right. 60% are pre-diabetic. There's so much thyroid disease. They're on blood pressure medicine, cholesterol medications. They're taking this blood from these people who are already sick, and they're telling you normal based on a bunch of sick people. So I'm trying to get us out of that. No, I'm trying to get us out of that paradigm of that shift in thinking. That if I was to tell a young lady, come back, I know what to do now. I got it. I'm sorry I couldn't help you back then, but I know what to do right now, and I can help you. I can help you. I can get rid of those migraines and depression and all that stuff that she was suffering from.
Yeah, and that's a thing. That is literally a thing when it comes to those migraines, and you have to understand that comes from something.
Yes.
Something is off, and you could keep seeing a person that's not helping you and emptying your wallet. But just like you said, like find somebody that's going to go beneath the surface.
Absolutely.
It's the topic. It's better to know. You get information to every country that's listening, to every city, to every state that's listening. If you're being treated and you've been treated for the situation so many times, you have somebody right here that's giving you vital information that could save your life. When it comes to the obesity, when it comes to blood pressure, pre-diabetic, diabetes, and all of that kind of stuff. I experienced firsthand. My family experienced firsthand. We was in the room when our dad passed away. We was in the room with him, and even when he was sick, he would still crave things that he shouldn't have. So when it comes to that discipline and the will to live, the desire to live, you have to be a manifestation of what you believe. Absolutely. And that comes from people that's been to school, that's did what they had to do to be able to share this type of information with you.
Absolutely. And just like you said, you don't have to live like that. The body is so wonderful. It'll give you hints all day long. Yeah. Something going on, and a lot of times we get so comfortable that we don't want to change. Jay, the problem we want to eat, do what we want to do, and I just take a pill to make me think everything's okay. But you can't do that. We're slowly killing ourselves, slowly. And so if I can just tell you, but just be diligent, be determined, be diligent. What's your why? Why do I want to be healthy? For me, it's my family. I got to take care of my family. I want to see them grow old. I want to be able to shoot the boyfriend because I don't like him, and I want to be able to fight the husband because because he ain't daddy, right? So I want to be around for all of those events, right?
Yeah.
What is your why? We give up too easy. And here's the don't blame your doctors. I'm not doctor bashing because I'm one of those doctors too. Don't blame your doctors. They're only going on how we were trained, and we were trained. And guess who trains us? The pharmaceutical companies subsidize our medical education. So we all train on pharmaceutical medications, how to treat things, not how to find a cure. We can't even say cure because we'll get in trouble if we say the word cure, even though there's cures out there. But I can't tell a patient how to cure them. And if they don't get, it's illegal to I can't advertise that, even though I've done it several times. But just don't give up. Just don't blame your doctors. Work with them. If they don't listen to you, find another doctor.
Right.
You keep going. Don't settle for anything. Just don't settle. You got to fight. You got to fight. What do they? You got to fight for your right to party, but you got to fight for your right to live too, right? You got to fight for your right to live healthily.
Exactly, man. I really, really appreciate you coming on, and right now I'm gonna give you the opportunity to share with everybody in every country that tuned in, to share how to find you, social media, your location, and everything.
Okay, well, the best way is our website, www.hormonetherapyinstitute.com. I am working on my new YouTube channel where I'm gonna start educating people on men and women and children on how to take care of themselves. Our office number is 702. I'm in the Las Vegas area, so I'm in Nevada. So the number is 702-568-6108. If I can help, I would love to be of service to you. If I can help you, I can. If I can't help you, I'll steer you in the right way of someone who probably can. So I'm not that proud where I think I can fix everybody. Some things I can't do, but I will do my best to find you the best answer. So you can find us on the website. I gave you the phone number. Please, if we can help you, reach out. We'd be more than honored to be of service to you.
Appreciate it. And to everybody that's tuning in, I wish I could just say the top countries, but I can't. I appreciate y'all, the bigger the numbers, but we want everybody to take this just like you just seen the doctor, because this information right here could determine whether you be here next year, next month, or whatever. So we want you to take this really, really serious. Even myself, I've cheated my way along for a long time, but I think about so much that we could be doing right now with our dads. If we knew, back then, I don't think we just had people to tell us or to steer us in that direction, especially being born around the time that he was born and coming along. You had so many African-American men. And I can't say any other race because I don't know about any other race. Right. But I know our race, we've had so many men around his age and women, that's gone because of what they didn't know.
Yeah.
Because of the advice that they couldn't get, the resources that they lacked, So we want you to take this very, very serious. And I appreciate it. Is there anything else that you want to share with?
Man, thank you, Jay, for bringing me on your platform to speak to people. And doesn't matter where you are in the world, man. The internet has made us like right next door to each other. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world. If I can say just get yourself together. Get yourself together so you can rebalance your hormones. You can reboot your energy so you can rekindle all those relationships that's being stalled out on you right now because you're not able to keep up with the energy and things. Enjoy life. Life is short. We only get one round. Depends on your spirituality. We only get one round of this thing right now, but make the best of it, man. Don't just don't compromise. Negotiate everything except your health. Please don't negotiate your health. Find somebody who's willing to work with you. And if you need a list of people, I can try to find somebody to help you if it's not me, because I know I'm not for everybody, but I'll try to get you in the right direction. So I like to say again, Jay, I appreciate what you're doing, man. I mean, I'm proud of you, brother. The little nappy head kid running that back and trying to play football with those big boys out there, so you wouldn't get hurt. But but I appreciate you, man. And
yes, sir.
Keep up the good work, man. I'm proud of what you're doing. I follow you on social media stuff. So keep up the good work. And I thank you for opening up your platform to me to be able to speak to the people. And like I said, next time I won't have my Alpha Camaro. I would have been the doctor attire. So, but
I reckon you had that on what you got on right now.
For sure,
you got some vicious followers out there. You got some vicious followers. One of your followers said that Doc, you look better than him. I said, wow, this. That knocked my socks off. No. I said, you got some strong followers out there.
They look out. They try to protect the old man. They try to protect the old man. No, you're young, handsome, good-looking guy. So you're trying to make the old ugly fella feel better. You're just trying to make the old ugly guy feel good, man. That's all that's about.
No, you look good for your age, man. You look good. I say that a lot because people ain't making it nowadays.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes to you look at how you look, I'm 45, and I thank God for being able to maintain my life the way I have been. I can use some upgrades. We could dress the outside up, but if we ain't doing what we supposed to do for the inside, you might as well not even look good at all.
Yeah, I'm knocking on the big 5-0 this year in a few more weeks of that. It may be here before I know it. But
you don't look it, bro.
It's all about taking care of ourselves. That's what I'm about to say. I'm trying to clean up the inside and the outside, so that's all we can do.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Give us some healthy foods that may before we go, some healthy foods that may help with our hormones and yeah.
There's 3 keys to have healthy hormones. 3 keys. You have to eat healthy fats. Now, what people think fats are not bad for you. Please stop that myth. So if I could tell people healthy foods, and I know I'm offending the vegan community, so I apologize. I used to be one of y'all. I was a raw vegan. I used to be one of y'all, so I feel your pain. But beef, bread, not beef, beef, bacon, butter, egg. If you can do those things, believe it, beef, bacon, butter, egg. Now under beef, you can do your pork, you can do your lamb, you can do your deer, you like the wild exotic stuff. But red meats, they say let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food.
Yeah.
You can get every nutrient you need out of food, out of meat. I know there's some people say about plants, but yeah, I get that. But we digest all meats and we get all our vitamins, iron from different type of meats. If you don't like liver, you don't know what you're missing. It's packed full of nutrition. But beef, bacon, butter, egg.
Wow.
Healthy fats. 2, stabilize your blood sugars. Make sure your blood sugars are stable. So that means get out the processed foods and things like that. Stop spiking that insulin. You don't have to eat 6 small meals a day. That's a myth. Even if you're not hungry, don't eat. Yeah. So you don't have to have a certain amount of meals. There's certain days you may only eat once a day. That's fine. If you're not hungry, don't eat. Drink plenty of water, at least a liter, 33 ounces of water a day, at least 1 liter of water. But beef, bacon, butter, eggs, drink plenty of water, at least a liter a day, and support your adrenal glands. What that means is stop stressing, get some sleep. Go take a walk, read your Bible, pray, whatever you want to do. So try to be stress is going to happen, but determine where you on the response to stress. So just if you can do those 3 things, eat to live. That's what I rate. So of course, fruit, vegetables, but not as much fruit because too much sugar in there. But if you want to do vegetables, that's fine. But beef, bacon, butter, egg, can't go wrong. Guaranteed.
Wow. You heard it from the man himself, Dr. Orlandis Wells. Man, we appreciate you being in the Flex Zone.
Appreciate you, little bro.
This will be streaming tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I do want to say thank you to every listener. I want to say thank you to everybody that tunes in and views the video, Spotify, Apple, Deezer, TuneIn, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music. I do want to say thank you to those for the people that reach out to me and help with the podcast, the people that reach out from these companies and help with the podcast. To everybody in every country, we want to say thank you. If you have to, don't let this information bypass you without using it. I don't care where you are in the world. Do not let this information bypass you without using it. We appreciate you, man. And hopefully we can share this again, share some more information in the future. But
anytime.
Yes, sir. We'll have this streaming tonight at 7:00, man. I appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate you, little brother. Keep up the good work, man. Love you. Be good, man. Stay strong, bro. You keep up the work. You're doing great.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Love you too, big bro. We'll text here in a little bit.
You for sure. You got you. Take care. All right, brother.